Mitrom and Bandhuvam, welcome to South Asia Maps, Intellectual Kshatriya channel, Education channel. We are continuing our presentations on partition of India. Today, we are going to talk about the Pakistan REsolution or Lahore Resolution or Ghazwa-e-Lahore, passed in 1940. The title of the topic is Bengali Momin Subalterns who assist Punjabi Gazhis at Ghazwat-e-Lahore. Bengali Momin Subalterns assisting Punjabi Gazhis at the Battle of Lahore, Ghazwat-e-Lahore. That's the fascinating topic of discussion. Part of Pakistan REsolution, Lahore Resolution, Partition of Bharat, Qarardad-e-Pakistan. Momin is an Islamic concept, excuse me for my allergies, is a believer, a Islamic proselyte, a convert to Islam. Subaltern is the English word that means an adherent or an attendant, an auxiliary or a deputy, a follower, hanger-on, hireling, a junior. Is not a bigger guy like a hero. That means essentially assistance. Here we see the context here. This is the Bari Doab. This is the old Bias River, the old bed of Bias River and the Ravi River here. Bias and Ravi Doab, the interflow between these two is the Bari Doab. That has the districts Gurdaspur, Amritsar, Lahore district, Shahiwal district, that is Montgomery district, Multan district. We are talking about British Punjab. This is the British Punjab, this is the Delhi district in the Haryana region. So we are in the Bari Doab here, we are in the Gangetic delta here, the part of East Bengal or Bengal and Assam, various parts in the British India. Various nuances of that. We have a Rajashahi division here, that is Zangapur, Dinajpur, Rajashahi, Bogra, Pabna and so on. We have the Ganga river, Padma river. This is the distributary Hooghly or Bhagirathi. Then we have Bardman division, that is Midnapur, Bardman, Hooghly, Howrah and so on. East is a presidency division, the urban district of Calcutta. Then we have Nadia district and Murshidabad district and the Kulna, Jessur and so on. This is the Chittagong district here and Dhaka division here. So these are divisions, Dhaka division, Mymensingh and Sylhet was actually part of Assam at that time. This is the Coach Bihar princely state, Kasi princely state, Sylhet district of Surma Valley and Tripura princely state. This is the Manipur. So we are Bengal, we have here. These Bengali Momin Subalterns, there are two. A.K. Fazlul, that is Abdul Qasim Maulvi Fazlul Haq, also called Sheri Bangla, the tiger of Bengal, and Hussein Shahid Suhrawardy. Those two were the premiers, prime ministers, Wazir-e Alams of Bengal, pre-partitioned India. The Bengal, at that time the chief ministers were called premiers or prime ministers. Prime Minister of Bengal Presidency, Prime Minister of Madras Presidency and Bombay Presidency, Central Provinces, United Provinces and so on. So these are the two subalterns. When the partition, the war is called overall the Tawhid Wal Jihad-fi-Hindustan. Ghazwa-jihad is essentially the same thing. This is the Islamic war against the Kaffirs, non-believers. Ghazwat-e-Hindustan is a continuous process. 7/11 and the major event was at Lahore, and still it is a continuous process after partition of India. the resolution was passed on the March 23rd, Pakistan resolution, Lahore resolution. Here these two leaders with their assistants went and assisted the Bengali subalterns. There is the Punjabi Gazhis. The Pakistan is acronym, right? P is for Punjab, and S is for Sindh, Tan is for Baluchistan, K for Kashmir, and so on. Essentially, it was centered around P. Pakistan is a Punjabistan, practical purpose. Today, the Pakistan has nearly 55% of Punjabis. Without Punjab, the core, the heartland, there cannot be any Pakistan. So, that was essentially the later stage picked up by the Punjabi Ghazis. At that time, the Punjab Prime Minister was Sir Sikandar Hayat Khan. He was not actually a Muslim leaguer. He was a Unionist party that was a landlord's party as a Sikhs and Hindus and Musalmans, because Muslims round about 50% of United Punjab. He was reluctant because he was Muslim, and Jinnah was the prima donna, the major player, and he also assisted. So he was the one who seconded the resolution. The resolution of Pakistan was passed or introduced by Fazlul Haq, later called Sher-e-Bengal. And the second ministry was formed in 46 poll. Suhrawardy became the prime minister, and direct action day was started. That means large scale killing of Hindus in Calcutta. 10 to 20,000 and so on in one day. Then now Kali riots and so on. So Hussain Shahid Suhrawardy is often called butcher of Bengali Kaffirs, means Bengali Hindus. So he is the one who introduced the resolution. He is the one who was mainly responsible for the formation of Pakistan. A theater was in the Bengal. Later, when Pakistan was formed, the Bengalis were treated like a second or third class citizens. Punjabi Musalmans didn't consider me Islamic enough. So, and Suhrawardy later also served as a one-year prime minister and finally is dismissed, and Fazlul Haq remained mostly in Bengali politics. That is the other aspect. So, Fazlul Haq was originally from the Chittagong division called Bakerganj or Barisal. This is in the Sundarbans area, east of Sundarbans. He is a Fazlul Haq. He was born in Barisal. He was just 2 years elder to Sardar Patel. Sardar Patel is easy to remember. He lived for 70 years, 1875, 70 years, 75 years means 50, 1950. So, he is 2 years junior and senior. And Suhrawardy was born 92. So, there is an age difference of 20 years or so. Both of them almost died around about 60s, a few months or 1 or 2 years before the Nehruji passed away. And Bangladesh was liberated or formed after in 71 December. So, almost like 10, 11 years, 9 years, something like that. So, that is about briefly the Pakistan resolution, where Punjabi Ghazis were helped by the Bengali subalterns, especially the Fazlul Haq and Suhrawardy. And they know there is no way you will be living with those. Bengali Muslims said they don't want to live with Bengali Hindu Kaffirs. They said they want to live thousands of kilometers away. The Punjabi Muslims, Sindhi Muslims, Pashtun Muslims, Baluchi Muslims. That's how the militant conversion-based creed of Islam teaches their conditions, their mind. This is very important. A lot of Hindus, Kaffirs deny this. If you have to acknowledge and start looking about the Islam, little more detail. So we'll look at this map and the context, and this is my main the South Asia Maps channel and South Asia Maps JReady, South Asia Maps that brings the South Asian heritage in the form of icons. So I have already put in more than 140 impeccably made presentations for you. Please go and look at them. I really appreciate Mitrom and Bandhuvam. You take the time to subscribe them and bring to the notice your friends and add your comments too. So this is the way the Bengali, the subaltern Fazlul Haq with his contingent of the Muslim League supporters. He was actually Praja Krishak Shramik Party, and Suhrawardy was the Muslim League party member at that time, and all of them, they went and assisted the Punjabi Gazhis in the Bari Doab British Punjab during the passing of this resolution. So this is essentially the Bengal region. We are looking at Bengal region here. You see, this is the Ganga Padma river. This is the Barisal or Bakerganj district where Fazlul Haq comes from. And actually Suhrawardy comes from Midnapur district. That was in the Bardman division, west of Hooghly. This is east of Hooghly. He stayed after partition a few months and later went back and settled in Dhaka and played a very important role in forming the Awami League party, that is a splintered version of Muslim League, and mentoring the Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and all those things later. And this is the picture of Sheri Bangla, Fazlul Haq. You can see historical pictures of Fazlul Haq here. Fazlul Haq was 2 years senior to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, and he outlived almost all years, more than Patel. So here you can see Fazlul Haq with Rabin Babu, Rabindranath Tagore, and Fazlul Haq you can see with Jinnah, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, and Fazlul Haq is here in the ministry government formation, and Fazlul Haq and the Abdul Qasim Fazlul Haq and Sheikh Sahib Mujibur Rahman, Bangladesh liberation. And this is the butcher of Bengal, Hussain Shahid Suhrawardy from Bardman division, that is west of Hooghly in the Midnapur district. And I think this is the movie where Suhrawardy along with Nehru here and Suhrawardy here. And you can see the historical figure of Suhrawardy during the Navkali riots, that Calcutta riots, those time, talking with Mahatma Ji here. Suhrawardy with the brother of Neta Subhash Chandra Bose, Sharat Chandra Bose. Suhrawardy again here. Hussain Shahid Suhrawardy, the butcher of Bengali Hindus. You can see, and intellectual aspect of Pakistan formation and Darul Harb and Darul Islam are analyzed by the Voice of India think tank Sitaram Goyal, Ram Sarup and Coenrod Elst later. And excuse me, you can see the historic Bengal region or Bengal presidency. You see the Bardman division, Midnapur, where Hussain Saeed Suhrawardy comes from. This is the Presidency Division, the urban district of Calcutta. This is Chittagong Division, Chittagong, and this is the princely state of Tripura, Agartala, and so on. This is the Bakerganj or Barisal, where the Maulvi Abdul Qasim Fazlul Haq Sheri Bengal comes from. That is about the fascinating story. A brief anecdote about the Pakistan resolution. That's the Bengali Momins, Bengali Musalmans, subalterns, means like essentially junior role to Punjabi Musalmans, Punjabi Gazhis, at the passing of the resolution, assisting them, and later reverting back and fighting against the Punjabi Musalmans and Punjabi dominate Pakistan and seceding from. In that aspect, I titled this talk, that is the Bengali Momin Subalterns assisting the Punjabi Gazhis at Ghazwat-e-Lahore in the Bari Doab in the British Punjab of British Raj 1940 March. Thank you very much, and see you later at other presentation.